Hello everyone, I'm Toshi, the producer of Dragon Ball Legends. Thank you for joining us, and with me as always...
Hello everyone, I'm Yuka from the Dragon Ball Legends Global Marketing Team. Thanks for tuning in.
First off, are you enjoying the sagas from the movie Z campaign that began last month?
So far, Super Saiyan Gohan Teen, Videl, and Super Saiyan Broly from Dragon Ball Z Broly Second Coming have appeared, plus Piccolo and Goku along with Garlic Jr. from Dragon Ball Z Dead Zone. Many people were probably surprised by the character from Dragon Ball Z Dead Zone.
We hadn't released Garlic Jr. in Legends yet, so we wanted to do so while we had the chance. In battle, Garlic Jr. transforms into Super Garlic Jr., gaining an endurance effect and becoming a character that excels in defense. And for the other unit, Piccolo and Goku, it's hard to believe that this was the first time for this tag combination. We hope you'll watch Piccolo and Goku's cinematic special move again and again.
The summon where you can get Garlic Jr. as well as Piccolo and Goku is still ongoing, so please give it a try. Well then, two films have been heavily featured in the sagas from the movie Z campaign, but today it's finally time to reveal the third film.
That's right. Without further ado, let's announce that third film and the characters that will be showing up next. Please watch this. So, there you have it. The third film featured in the sagas from the movie Z campaign is Dragon Ball Z, The Tree of Might. And from it, Sparking Almond, Daiz, Cacao, and Raisin, Lacase Assist, as well as Legends Limited Goku will be joining the fight.
Palace henchmen are joining Legends all at once.
Yes, including Lacase as an assist. The 5 characters are all here. And the new character taking center stage is Legends Limited Goku. As you all saw in the trailer, the unforgettable Spirit Bomb scene from the movie is recreated with the legendary finish. We'll fully introduce it with a video later on.
Okay, let's start by introducing Almond's abilities. Please watch this video. As much as we like to dive right into Amon's abilities, we actually need to mention the new tag that's being released alongside these new characters, the Turtles Crusher Corps tag. You want to use these new characters together in the same party to truly unleash their potential. Now for Amon's abilities. This character is Element Green, and Z Ability 3 will buff episode sagas from the movies and tag Turtle Crusher Corps allies. Amon is a high-powered attacker that uses blast and special move arts to deal damage. At the start of battle, the cost of blast and special move arts will be reduced, and you'll also get a buff to blast damage, allowing you to fire off powerful blast attacks at low cost. Also, landing a strike or blast arts will draw an arts card and grant a short but significant buff to damage. That means you can deal some heavy damage with arts other than blast arts. Amon's main ability is another aspect of this character that we need to touch upon. Using it will draw a special move arts and an ultimate arts, and if there's at least one other tag Turtles Crusher Corps battle member, then when the next special move arts activates hit, its chance of inflicting feint will get a huge boost. In other words, if you manage to inflict feint with the special move arts that you draw using Amon's main abilities, you are basically guaranteed to land an ultimate arts. Use the main ability to combo from the special move arts into the ultimate arts and go for the KO. You are sure to get hooked on Amon's high firepower, so give this character a try. Next up is Daiz. Daiz is Element Purple, and the Z Ability 3 will buff episode sagas from the movies and tag Turtle Crusher Corps allies. Dai's abilities are well balanced with solid offenses and defenses, but this character also has two other special characteristics. High attack power centered around the special arts and abilities to support allies. First, when you draw a special art, you draw more arts cards if you have 3 or fewer cards. Your unfavorable element factors will be nullified, and your opponent's special cover changes will be nullified as well. Although there is a limit to the number of times it activates, you can even draw special arts when Daiz enters the battlefield if there's at least one other Turtles Crusher Corps battle member. This allows you to ignore special cover changes and unfavorable elements to deal some big damage to your opponent early on in the fight. In addition, Dai's special arts has effects that will boost your combo potential, such as drawing arts card and key reduction nullification. For support abilities, when Daiz return to standby, allies get a buff to damage inflicted and an arts card draw effect will activate. For tag Turtle Crusher Corps allies, even more powerful support effects will activate. While Daiz is more of an all-rounder, this character has good support abilities and a strong offense centered around special arts. Be sure to give it a try. And next, Kakao. Kakao is Element Red, and the Z Ability 3 will buff episode sagas from the movies and tag Turtles Crusher Corps allies. This character's biggest strength is its high defenses. First, Kakao has an endurance effect, which means when its health reaches 0, it can recover health. Every time Kakao is hit with an enemy arts attack, the cost of all of your opponent's art card will go up and the amount of healing Kakao receives will increase. And that's not all. Because after your opponent's attack is over, Kakao will recover health based on the damage received. Since taking multiple arts attack will buff the healing that Kakao receives multiple times, that means this character can recover large amounts of health after your opponent's attack is over. Actually, Kakao has good combo potential in addition to those excellent defenses. This character draws out cards both when entering the battlefield and when the enemy switches characters. On top of that, using a special arts will let you draw an art card, increase your art card draw speed, and nullify enemy key reduction effect. After using a special art, you can go on the offensive with +2 art card draw speed without fear of the enemy reducing your key. Moving on, here's Raisin Lakkasei Assist. Raisin Lakkasei Assist is element yellow, and the Z ability 3 will buff episode sagas from the movies and Tak Turtle's Crusher Corps allies. Raisin is a character that primarily uses Vanishing Steps to activate self-buffs and to support allies. Performing a Vanishing Step will buff the damage of both Raisin and allies as well as restore key. Plus, after performing a certain number of Vanishing Steps, Raisin's unfavorable element factors will be nullified upon entering the battlefield. In this way, Raisin will activate various powerful effects by performing Vanishing Steps. The Vanishing Gauge will even be greatly restored the first time you use a Vanishing Step, as well as when you use special arts, so use all those Vanishing Steps effectively and your opponent will be at your mercy. One other important thing about Raisin Lakkasei Assist is that you can use special arts to change this character's element to blue. You can then use another special art to return it to yellow. Carefully consider the current situation on the battlefield. Then, change Raisin's element to seize the advantage. Now, let's finally discuss Legend Limited Goku. Goku is also element yellow, but the Z ability 3 will buff episode sagas from the movies, Tak Stone Family, and Tak Saiyan allies. What makes Goku stand out will be this character's ease of use at the start of battle, and its ability to weather an onslaught of enemy attacks before going on a powerful counterattack, just like Goku did in the movie. Let's discuss the ease of use first. Art card draw speed will get a boost when you use an art card, while your opponent's health is above a certain percentage, so combined with the boost Goku gets at battle start, you'll be at +2 art card draw speed. You'll also be able to nullify enemy special cover changes, so you can go on the attack without fear of your enemy interrupting you with a special cover change. Goku can also use special arts to activate powerful effects, like drawing art card and nullifying special cover changes. So be sure to have one ready if your special cover changes nullification is about to run out or you're running out of art cards. We mentioned Goku can survive your opponent's onslaught and then counterattacks, so let's discuss that now. Goku has a defense type unique gauge that charges every time an ally is hit with an enemy attack. When it fully charges, allies will get a damage buff, and if on health is below a certain level, Goku's health will be greatly restored. If Goku is on the battlefield at the time, you'll also draw special arts, so use it to start your counterattack. Actually, if you can fill the unique gauge even once, then activating a special move arts will significantly restore the vanishing gauge. Use the unique gauge to survive your opponent's onslaught with high defenses, then go for a counterattack. It's also worth noting that if there is a defeated battle member, then unfavorable element factor will be nullified when using the main ability, and the vanishing gauge will be restored when Goku activates an ultimate art, so this character has impressive abilities that will let you turn things around in the latter half of battles. That's it for Goku. This character can easily string together combos at the start of battle but in the later stage, you'll be able to experience the depth of fortitude that Goku exhibited in the movies. We hope you give it a shot.
So, not only are 5 characters appearing all at once, but all of these characters we introduced will be available in one summon. The summon is scheduled to be available starting tomorrow, so aim to get all the new characters.
That's all for new characters, but we have more information about scheduled events, so please stay tuned until the end. First up, we have
We're holding the Duel of Might, a special season of PvP rating matches. You'll be able to earn Chrono Crystals and other great rewards, so we hope you give it a shot.
next up.
The familiar Hoi Poi event returns. It will be a step-style Hoi Poi, and these awesome prizes will be up for grabs. Collect Hoi Poi coins from the relevant events and play Hoi Poi as much as you can.
Next,
A new unique equipment is coming that will buff the new Turles Crusher Core tag. It will be available from the Ultimate Equipment Collection, and since an equipment upgrade bonanza is also planned, it's the perfect time to try for some powerful equipments and really buff those new Crusher Core characters.
next up is info about a Zenkai Awakening.
Bardock from Dragon Ball Super Broly is getting a Zenkai Awakening.
In last month's reveals and stuff, we told you there would be Zenkai Awakenings for characters from non-Dragon Ball Z movies, and this time it's a Zenkai Awakening for a character from a Dragon Ball Super film. As for what's special about this character after Zenkai Awakening, it will get buffs including special move arts cost reduction and, upon entering the battlefield, arts card draw. Bardock already has an effect that greatly boosts special move damage inflicted after changing cover from the pre-Zenkai abilities, so these buffs will power up this character's existing strength, like the ability to cover change into an opponent attack, and then use special move art to being a counterattack. The Zenkai ability will target characters that are both element yellow and episode sagas from the movies. That means that Legend Limited Goku we introduced earlier, as well as the Legend Limited Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta that was released during the 6th anniversary will both receive buffs from it. So we hope you'll try a bunch of different party comps. Next up is our final info for the day.
We're having a login bonus leading up to the release of Dragon Ball Daima. First, let's take a look at this Daima preview.
포르타라토 도토르시 푸피리토 파로 포르타라토 도토르시 푸피리토 파로
드라곤볼을 恐れるものは全ていなくなりました
そろそろね
さあやってるぞ
俺はグロリオ頼みがある
パンチだよろしくパンパカパーンなんか面白そうだな
We all can't wait for the release. We are currently getting the login bonus ready, so we hope you look forward to it. Okay, that's everything we have to share with you today. With all of these additions from Dragon Ball Z, the Tree of Might showing up all at once, PvP will surely be shaken up once again.
Yes, and on top of the content we introduced today, there are more events planned related to Dragon Ball Z, the Tree of Might. Also, the Sagas from the Movie Z campaign isn't over yet, so as always, please enjoy it.
Thank you for watching today. We hope you join us again in the next reviews and stuff. Bye everyone!
Bye!